Wonderful morning. So let's get this day started. We have about 5 minutes till market open right now. It is 9:25, and pretty much overnight we made a little push up, right? Let's take a little peek back at the overnight session. Broke through our resistance level right here, bounced right back off of it. Happens all the time. Key levels, and then boom. After that, kind of just been pushing up and up. Nothing crazy like yesterday, right? Where we just pumped up out of nowhere, but we are continuing that trend for the upside. It's like 8 o'clock. We have been taking a little bit of pullback. I haven't seen any confirmation to reverse. It's still holding above our 200 EMA that we always look at, and that's very important for us, right? So this looks like a nice clean channel to the upside. So I love that. I love seeing that. And even if you look at the bigger picture, right? What are we seeing? Pull back down, higher high, higher low, and we're continuing this. So as long as we make that higher high, we are in good condition. We'll see how it reacts to the pivot levels here and the 200 EMA. Hopefully we can get a bounce and just move right on up. I don't want to enter a range bound situation. Those markets get boring for me. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Mustafa. Good morning, Sergio. So yeah, guys, pretty much we are still continuing that uptrend. I love seeing that. So let's see how it goes out today. As far as the algo, let's see. Yesterday we did get the alert around 1 o'clock, and I got into that because we couldn't find an alert the whole morning. So I was like, okay, finally we get the nice big move. Made a quick 700 off of that, and I made a little video, posted it yesterday. It should be on my channel as well on exactly what I did for it. I took it off like just a tick below the target of take profit level 3. So instead of making 750, I made 700 because I saw some sellers piling up, and I was like, you know what, let me just confirm this 700 in, and I took it out because I was not going to get greedy over a little tick. But we did have a nice little alert come 5 a.m. on the ES as well. I know some of you, I believe Enzo, does get out earlier than any of us right now, or the people that trade the overnight session. Nice little alert at 5:15. Hit all 3 take profits for 8.75 points. That's nice. Now let's see how it's holding up in the 1-hour charts, right? We had that 1-hour alert come in. That. So guys, right now this is the 1-hour chart. Until you saw the 5 a.m. Did you get in by any chance, or did you not do it? You're back in a sim and trying to refresh your skills, man? Dude, the fact that you have the ability to understand that, hey, you need to practice more is more important than anything. A lot more people just try to rush into the markets and then they end up losing more money instead of just spending that time to practice, right? It's the same thing with any athlete or any industry or any employee or any person, right? You always have to practice before you can be perfect at something. So it's like the simulation is always good. Sometimes I go in the simulation at random nights just to test stuff out, because I'm like, okay, instead of like me just looking at previous data, let me just see if I can trade this like in simulator with the backtesting data, and I do it. I'm like, okay, this gives me a better feel of exactly how it works if I'm seeing it live in front of me, right? Instead of just me saying, oh look, I saw this here, I saw this here. Obviously it went up, but like I saw everything that happened, right? But yeah, in the 1-hour chart, we are still pretty strong. We're getting close to hit that take profit level 1 on the 1-hour chart that we got yesterday. And then yeah, let's see if we can hit that take profit level 3 in the 1-hour charts. That'd be nice. We can make a nice bull run. It is the first day of the fourth quarter. Love to see that. We're done with September. So yeah, that's when risk management really steps into play, right? I'm glad you had some good ones this morning, man. But yeah, like overall, it really comes down to your risk management. Your risk management doesn't really matter for those people that just want to trade like once or twice in their whole life because they're like, okay, if I got lucky, I made some money, and then they walk away because they never really had interest in it. But for people that want to make trading their career or actually make income from it over the long term, risk management is more important than your trading strategy, right? Because anyone can come up with a trading strategy, but it's like who can follow the risk management plan is that's the main issue. That's the whole reason I built out the system. Your risk management is defined for you. Your red line stop loss, green lines are take profits. That way, when you take your profits, you're always in your favor, right? Guys, let me just pull up the other screen. Let's see what's happening. See, this would have been a perfect delta move right here, but it was the 925 candle, and it's not worth. I always wait to play the delta moves after 9:30 just because I like the volume that comes in. So right now, the next one I'll be looking for is, okay, we can get a nice couple gray bars in the middle and then another green one. Or what I'll be looking for is the sellers to step in, nice red bar on the delta, go for a quick scalp based on them. Opening volume is lower. I'm watching the dome right now. Today's not Friday, right? No, Thursday. I don't know why opening volume is lower. Yeah, yesterday it tanked because of the stimulus and those talks. So it's like, we'll see what happens. So we are forming an alert right on this candle. So that is interesting to see. It will be. This is gonna be one of those tough decisions. I mean, it does break our rules, so we might not enter. Right. So the buy alert is forming right now. It's seeing that there's gonna be nice moves, but for my rules in the 5-minute candles, right? This is exactly 10. So what I might do, since it literally just breaks my rule, right? I'm gonna wait for the price to pull back down a little bit, cross it, come back down, and then I'll look for a potential entry on the second time like it hits that price. But until then, I will not enter because for me to risk what? Okay, it really broke our rule now. So what would I be risking on this one? Hmm. Like our first stop loss would have to be 11.5 points, and there you go. The alert is confirmed at the moment, but I don't want to be risking anything over 1,000, right? That's my daily loss limit of trading, right? I will never lose more than 1,000. So to follow my risk strategy plan, I have to wait for this to completely pull back down a little bit and then maybe look for a re-entry. So that's what I'll be doing. Unless I wanted to take one contract, then that'd be something, but I don't know. I understand the 1 hour charts we are bullish, and so this might honestly just work out very big. But it breaks one of my rules, so I'm gonna have to sit tight because last time I broke my rule, it kicked me in my butt. So I will wait this time and watch. It might just go through completely, right? Just because I said that. He's now I know I'm waiting. Morning, Mandich. Yeah, there's always some range at the morning. Like that morning range happens all the time. If this was like a 5 point candle, I would have taken that alert immediately. But the fact that it was 10 points and coming a bigger move like that, it grows some concerns and it grows some risk concerns as well, right? So I will be waiting. See. Yeah, the good alerts do come through like all the time. Me personally, right? I just trade the morning sessions because that's the time I allocate for trading. The alerts work around the clock. Like if you use it on Forex, obviously you're gonna be using it around the clock. But I'm just saying for my live streaming, for my personal trading, I've always used the 5 minutes. So that when people ask me like, "Hey, what are your best practices for it?" I say use the 5 minutes because that's the one I'm more experienced in, and that's where I personally find the best results as well. Because there's higher volume and the moves are quicker. Because sometimes, yeah, the London session can be great, but we all know that the New York session is usually where all the volume really kicks in. But yeah, pretty much the Delta plays would have worked out today as well. If you take a look on this one, you wouldn't have entered because obviously never hit the high on the second candle right here. This one, yeah, you wouldn't have entered because you never crossed on the next candle, right? Let's see. You would have got in one play right here at 850 for 1 point easy. And if you wanted to play a risky and go for the 925 candle, then you could have, but that's a bit riskier, but it would have worked out for you. Let's see if we can find some other delta plays happening today. I personally like to wait out until after 9:30, right? Obviously, there's selling pressure and buying pressure all the time. Even if you entered here, you could have got it at 5 o'clock. Like, here, you would have made that immediately. Like, it works around the clock, but it's just like, I'm just telling you guys my personal preferences. I'd like to trade the morning. Yeah, man, definitely. Everyone needs, you need to like practice a little bit before you just blindly follow anything, right? since I built this system, like I know exactly how it works, where it works. Like I have that practice, I have that everything under my belt. But like when you're just starting out, you get used to it, get accustomed to it, you see the patterns that are happening, and then that's when you start seeing even better results, right? The I'll let the first three candles finish, to be honest. I'll let it make that morning range that I'm always looking for, and then possibly enter because it is conflicting with our alert as well. So it's like today's a tricky situation. I mean, if I try to get anything here, I will be going with one contract just because it's a bit more volatile. When it takes quick pump ups like this, it ends up coming down again. That's my only concern. Enzo, I don't actually know if you can have the cross. I think you might be able to, but I think both you just have to like find an indicator on TradingView that has like two crosses, like two EMAs in the same one, right? And then have the cross with that. I've never personally set up alerts for the crosses because I kind of just looked at them. Um, but yeah, overall, like I don't know if that could be possible. I feel like it should be. Like TradingView does have a lot of features where it helps you uniquely, and I feel like you would be able to do that. I would just have to check up on it. Yeah, I'll check it out and see if I can find you one, and then you can use that. I know you love using the 521 crossover. So we created our morning range right here. We're pulling down a little bit. This is low volume, guys. Let me check the news calendar real quick. Are we waiting for something? Oh, that's why we have the ISM manufacturing PMI. So yeah, at 10 o'clock we should see a little pump to either pump or dump. So be careful. It's not gonna affect the market too much, but there is that quick move up. And at 11 o'clock, we have the FOMC member Williams speaking, so that's also another thing that's happening today. And then later on, we have a FOMC member Bauman speaking, so it's like, okay, so this will be interesting. Flynn, you can use candlesticks for it if you want to. I personally just use the Heikanashis because I find better results with it. So it's a personal choice for you. Yeah, I found it personally like more profitable in the Heikanashi because it weeds out some of like the false alerts from the market because like sometimes there's like people just pumping up the market but then they just dip immediately, and using the Heikanashi lets us avoid those situations because it adds like another confirmation of one, okay, the trend's shifting, okay, now the buyer's stepping in, now it's like everyone's in sync, and that's what we're waiting for. So that's my reasoning behind it, and I found it is more profitable in the Heikanashi than the regular candlesticks. So pretty much it broke through that morning range right now. We are creating that red delta candle, so I will see if I can get in for a quick scalp on this once the candle closes. It might just end up ranging between the morning range again, right? So first 15 minutes, and I broke through just a little bit, and now it just jumped right back into the morning range. So we'll see what happens. As long as it can break through in this candle, I'll go for the scalp. If not, then I'll cancel it. You know that's one of the rules for the delta scalps. So it's about having a quick play. Yeah, just be careful. You're not in any order exactly at right, like 9:59, 10. Because that's when you'll see a good amount of volume step in out of nowhere. So be careful. See, can we get that push?
Top field. Would have filled.
There you go. Quick 100 right there. That's the beauty of playing the delta, right? Knowing when the sellers are stepping in. Guys, sellers are really stepping in. Look at the dome right here. 1,800 orders. That's quite ridiculous. That means somebody knows something, and that that tells you at 10 o'clock we might just see a quick dump down. Like a very big dump to the downside. Once the report releases, I feel like they might know something. This is one of those moments when that dome, like tape reading, dome reading, comes in handy because you understand like when insiders got information, because you don't see 1,800 orders on the ES piling up, just sitting there, right? They might enter market order, but not piled up. Again, yeah, we went for that quick 100, right? P&L is at the bottom, as always. 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds. That's why I like the morning session, because things like I get profit before I can even think about the play. It's like, before I even say, oh, I got filled, it's like done. So yeah, 2 seconds, one trade so far. Let's see if we can find another move. But I'm honestly thinking that when I saw that much pressure from the sellers, this is probably gonna be tanking right now. I will not lie. I feel like this will be tanking. Let's see if those orders are still there. See if it pulls back up around here, but Yeah, that's there's two things that can happen, right? Sellers are gonna be pushing it down, and they want to get in early, but obviously they didn't get filled on it, so that's gonna be another big thing. And another thing is this might just be a little pre-sell off before they know that there's good news. You know that there's always somebody with inside information. You know how the game is rigged. So it's like we'll see what happens. That much selling pressure, it was very interesting to see. It's like I see that maybe like once or every 2 months, and it's like a thing I've picked up on. But let's see. Let's see what happens in 4 minutes, guys. I'm honestly not gonna touch anything, even if I see anything right now, just because it is not worth the risk at the moment. Because at 10 o'clock we would get into that risky area. If you just went for the morning breakout, obviously you would have caught that 1 point right there. Boom. And we went for the delta play. Got that 1 point. Nice and easy. Let's see. And where we followed our rules for the algo, if it was over 10 points in the 5-minute candles, we're not getting into it. If it was like the 30-minute and the 1 hour candles, yeah, the size doesn't matter. But 5 minutes, whenever it reaches like 10 points or more immediately like that, it means that it was just a quick pump up and sellers will look to step in. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be chilling for 3 minutes. And since we are just waiting, if you guys could hit that little like button down below, I'd really appreciate that. It makes the biggest difference with YouTube, man. Like I've noticed like it actually like all your support is like really helping me out. You guys are here every day and I love you guys for it. And you guys hitting that like button, like really getting other people like later on. Like I get viewed on their pages as well so that they can check me out. And it's honestly the best. So I really appreciate all the help that you guys have been doing. And yeah, really appreciate it when you guys hit that subscribe button. If you're new, if you're here every day, hit that like button. You know I appreciate it. And we need a reminder. Thank you, Vinay. I will remind you guys. I think I do that like once or twice per the video for every video. Thank you, Vinay. Thank you, Manditch. Appreciate you guys. Enzo, thank you. Yeah, man, it's nice to see we're finally grabbing some traction. We're getting some more people. Like we started out with what, like watching 2, 3 people, 5 people. Now we're at 18. That's it's slow growth. It's coming. Yeah, I am adding tutorials. I'm thinking of adding like at least like 1 to 2 every week. That way, it's not like an overload for people that are like continuously watching the channel. Because like I want them to be able to let the information sink in first, and then go from there. Again, 3369.50 is where all the sellers are piled up, guys. Right here on the dome. That's a high amount. Because like if you look, okay, all the other orders like 516 something. That is way too much. I don't like that. I mean, that means there's gonna be good selling pressure, to be honest. But I don't know. We'll see what happens at 10, right? Be careful. Yeah, man, even growing 1% a day is more than enough. I follow that strategy for stocks. 1 to 2% a day is more than enough of your account, right? It's like as long as you're hitting that target, you're more than you're in a good position, especially with compounding interest. But yeah, Lewis, crude oil is falling. Okay, I mean I'm not surprised by that because there's that much selling pressure coming from ES and everything else as well. Crude oil has started to sync up with them lately, a little bit, not too much, but James, I trade futures and I trade stocks mainly. So if you check out my Discord, I put up all the stock alerts that push out from the algo. The only reason is I just don't day trade stocks. I swing trade stocks, so that's why I'm not live streaming that because or else I'd be on live stream pretty much my whole life. Because like I trade stocks on the hourly charts and I just swing trade them. Lewis, I don't look at copper ever, so I can't say too much about that one. But you can always keep me updated. I'm always interested to see how the whole market's doing, right? But yeah, going back to James's question, I trade stocks, I trade futures, and then I trade options sometimes only if they're good setups, but mainly stocks and futures. But with futures, I'm only trading until around like 12 o'clock or 11:30, so it's like I can do the live streams. People can see. I'm not those high frequency scalpers for stocks. Like I feel like that's just too much. It's much better to understand one market and trade that. And I love the fact that the futures you can do that. Yeah, Mandage and viewers. Yeah, I'll be happy with 1% a day, man. Like 1% growth per day, that'll add up. That will add up. I'm a big advocate for the compounding interest theory. I follow it. That's how I grow my retirement account as well. I take a good amount of trades in my Roth IRA. The big blue chips, my Roth IRA is the one I will be. That's where all the blue chips are traded. I know they're meant for growth. They're good growth stocks, and I can just get in and get out and repeat the process. And when I have to take it out when I retire, I don't get taxed on it. That's the secret that nobody tells you, right? With the Roth IRAs, that you can place trades in them. A lot of people think, oh, if I put money into it once, I have to stick with it till you're like 65 or 55 for early withdrawal. But you know, you can trade in your Roth IRA, guys. It is a nice way to get around those taxes. But obviously, you can only put 6,000 per year into your Roth IRA, so it's like you gotta make sure what you're doing is point like on point. That way, you can grow. It will take some time before you grow your Roth IRA exponentially, but it will happen. Focus on like a list of 10 growth stocks, and then just put money into them, and then swing trade them in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah, now the sellers are trying to pile up at 33.65.25. Like you guys look at the dome. I don't know if you guys can see. Look at my mouse right here, and you can see 1,800 contracts piled up. Anything over 4 or 500, like if they're piling up, that means okay, there's some pressure coming in. So it's like it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, people could have went for this delta play, but I personally, like, I said, like, I wait for a couple candles, couple bars, not just one, two. I'd say at least like 4 bars in between. That way I know, hey, buyer stepped in and sellers want to step back in. Nice pressure. This is just continuation of the move. I like to go for the first one after, the turnaround. So this is actually one of those things with the delta where if the market becomes range bound, you will see a lot more moves for yourself. So this is one of those things, if it's really range bound, you will be able to make good profits that day just from this. But on other days, you're just going to get a few scalps here and there. Nothing crazy. But, 100, 200, 300, 400. Like, you can probably get 4 plays just from the delta every day. Lewis, congrats, man. You're up over 1,000. That's nice. Take a look at the CL. How has that thing been doing? How would you look at that? We had an alert on the CL if you use the algo for CL. Our alert for crude oil, right? This is crude oil, guys. Let me see if I can put the watermark back in. There you go. On the back, you guys can see. Okay, CL, 5 minutes, light crude oil futures. It hit all three take profits pretty quickly, too. So if we measure out this move on the crude oil, like 45 ticks. So I believe crude oil when I was trading it was like 10 ticks was 100. Yeah. So 450 on the crude oil if you just took that one contract, right? And then here just completely sold off. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can use this on you can use the algo on crude oil as well and get some nice alerts. Because we had one at 545, nice downtrend now. Here, boom. And obviously with the algo, if you ever wanted to hold it past level 3 and go for big things like this, that's always your decision. But I always recommend that when you're doing that, make sure your stop losses move to level 3. That way you're always securing in that profit, and whatever happens next, you can either gain a lot, or guess what? You still took profit at level 3 if it reverses on you. Big copper. Copper futures, let's see. We didn't really get an alert on copper today. We might have gotten in the higher time frames. Copper really did tank. Let's see what the few minutes is telling us. Nope. Catching the 1 hour. Yeah, we caught it in the 1 hour. It was detecting that movement. And we really didn't catch it in the 5 minutes because, like, I think when too rapid, it won't catch in the 5 minutes because it doesn't want to like get you in. But in the 1 hour, we got like 9 points on copper. I don't know what that equals out to. Lewis, you can probably help us out with that because I think you trade it. I don't know the copper futures value for per tick or per point. But no hourly chart, yeah, you could have done that. Let's go back to our handy dandy ES. So we got very close to our first level on the ES, right? Since yesterday, we got the alert back here, pumping up. Got very close first. We had that noose, and then yeah, let's see if we can find possibly another move. Obviously, we didn't get into this one because it broke one of our rules, which was it was the candle over 10 points. If it was like 9.75 points, I would have got in. Maybe we would have had a different outcome. But here, we went for that quick scalp and we're done. So let's see if we can find another quick scalp today because I don't think we'll get another alert for a little while. So copper's 12.50 per point. 12.50 per point. It was only 9, right? 12.5 times 9. So per contract, you would have got $112. Is it 12.50 per tick or per point? I really don't know copper, man. Like I always stuck with the ES, NQ, and I've traded crude oil, but stepped back from crude oil a little bit. But I think for crude oil and all these guys, I'm still waiting for Tradeovate to come back to me. I don't know, maybe I missed their email, but like I'm trying to start up that micros account challenge for everyone that just track that on YouTube where I swing trade the futures on the micros. Oh, it's per tick. Okay, that makes more sense then. Yeah, then you would have made a lot more. Yeah, so I'm waiting for Tradeovate to come back to me. Let's see when they respond. Maybe they need something from me. I'll go check on that today. And then hopefully I can have everything set up by next week for the micro futures swing trades. Yeah, like I said, somebody had that inside information. That's why they were piling up those orders because they wanted to get filled and short everything. Because we saw that orders like pile up around here, right? Right when we got filled. So that's super interesting to see. And again, if you guys are the ones that are trading with the algo on the 1-minute charts, you guys probably made out with a nice move today as well. These rapid movements are usually caught in the 1 minute. The slower movements, obviously the higher time frames. But the alert on the 1-minute chart, it was pretty rapid day. The alert came in at 9:45. Pretty much hit every single target. Without hesitation, right? 14.75 points on the 1-minute charts, which is kind of ridiculous. Normally, like we find bigger moves like this on the 5-minute charts, but I guess today it just wants to dump, right? Yeah, so when the markets are a bit more volatile like this, you can use drop down to 1 minute. So I like trading the 5-minute just because that's my trading style. Some people love the 1 minute. That's good for them. But I just stick with the 5 minutes because, you know, I like it. I like that little wait, and that's okay with me. And Lewis, if you don't mind me asking, like you can just DM me this, right, on Discord or email me, whatever, right? What are you using to qualify for your trades? Because I saw that you've been performing pretty well the past couple of days, which is great. I'm just always like, I'm always interested in learning how everyone else is doing things, just because, we can all help each other out. You took a few scalps on the pullbacks? Okay. How'd that work out for you, Enzo? Your little hair. 20-minute chart, Tasty Works, Antler channel. Never really messed with the Antler channel. Let me see. Pull this to the side. Let me see. How long have you been trading with that system, Lewis? And how has that worked out for you in the long run? So here, let's take a little demo because we have some time. Markets, none. I don't see any moves happening just at the moment. This is the 20-minute Cantler channel that Lewis said. So let's see how. Are we going for the reversals whenever it breaks out? Oh, nice, man. So you're from California. That's nice. I'm California. LA, I'm not the biggest fan of, but San Diego, probably my favorite city. So peaceful, so beautiful. I love the way everything like built out as well. And the weather. Chris, I hope that works out for you. I know you love that wick test, man. I never really do the wick test, you know that, but really hope that works out for you. Lewis, I am from New Jersey, but I do have family in California. I went there multiple times. Um, that's why I love it there. Just that as much as I want to move to California, it's like I can't leave New Jersey because I'm just like, stuck with it. It's too much of home for me. And it's where all my family, all my friends are as well, so that's what really matters to me. But the vibes in San Diego, oh man, I fell in love with that. But that is one of my goals though, to have like my own vacation home in San Diego. So hopefully in the future. So yeah, for the Kentler channel, what do you base everything off of? Are you just essentially, waiting for price to break out of the channel and then you're going for the reversal, or is it more, just catching the move once it breaks out, you just want that quick dump? I guess you could your way. Like in here, it breaks out, goes completely ballistic. But most other times, it just kind of buffers around, pulls back down. Learned a long time ago. Above average line, buy. Below, sell. Okay. Do I know the GOAT chart made by Brian Watt? No, I don't, but you are more than welcome to explain that to me or provide me with a link. I'll check it out. I'm always intrigued by people's trading strategies and see how they work. I'm never implementing anything until I back test it, like at least for a long time. So Lewis, just a quick question for you, man. When you're doing the candle channel, when you said the average line, do you mean the middle? You mean the middle line, right? This line right here. So if it's above this line, you buy. If it's below this line, you sell. If I'm correct, if that's what you meant. No movement yet. I agree, Lewis. The brain does need to be trained to see simple patterns. That's why I built out my algo, right? Because I made it as simple as possible because I got tired of looking at everything at once and it was like confusing. But if you keep trading simple, you will find profit. I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, use specifically the Kentler channel, use it diligently and you use nothing else with it. Like, you can figure out the patterns that work with everything. Obviously, this is a 20-minute chart, longer time frame. Let me see the 5-minute time frame. Let's see how it works on the ES real quick. This kind of reminds me of like the CGC, like don't diddle in the middle thing, right? Or the OGC, one green candle with the range charts. But been averaging $2,000 per day for a while, dude. That's great. I'm happy for you. So do you strictly trade copper and crude oil, or are you trading ES as well? Because I'm probably sure EL probably more active on this one, right? EL 5 minutes is nice. Let's see your 20-minute strategy. Let's check it out. So according to your recommendation, you would have entered right here, right when price fell below the middle line, essentially. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll I'll mess around with it. I'll see how it works and everything. I need to backtest it for a while before I use it. Um, yeah, we'll see. 20 minutes seems like an interesting time frame. I've never heard anybody use the 20 minutes before. This is the first time I ever opened the 20-minute chart, to be honest. But I'll check it out. We'll see how it goes. Adjust the channel to market, not always. 20 depends on the market. Okay. Go to indicators, channels, and one crude trader loves a 10-minute. Okay. I mean, yeah, I know for every single market it is going to be different. Even for every single time frame it's going to be different, right? So I will have to mess around with it. I have to see how it backtest, how the results are, and then that's when I might try it out with real money. But until then, I'll have to wait. See what Dragon said. Go to indicators. Go to channels. Envelopes. Okay. Add it to 200 tick chart. Open it. And then change parameters to 50 and 400. Okay, so I should probably do this on a different chart than my regular chart, right? Let's just do it on this one. We'll change this to 6, 200, save, delete all this nonsense. Channels, envelope. You said 50.50 period 400. Let's see. Let's go back to regular candles because Trailblazer, what platform are you using? If you're using TradingView, you will have 20 minutes. If you're using even this, you should have. Oh, I don't know. You can, yeah, you can hit custom time on Tradeovate. Okay, all trades in New York session. Okay, I'll remember that. Yeah. I mean, if you're in the Discord, man, let's chat. I think this is gonna be interesting. So let's see what Dragon says. Dragon says, okay, this is the 200 tick with the envelopes. Never ever used this before. Let's see what buy and sell next to upper and lower band. The upper band, lower band. So are we waiting for it to touch the bands, or is it never gonna touch the bands at all? Is this so here? I guess nice move. Touch the band. Came down. So we is that the move that you're trying to go for scalps? Okay. These are all interesting, guys. I'll definitely check them out, and I'll let you know what I think about them. That's the thing with trading, right? There's so many different strategies, and they all work. You just have to like use them diligently. We are getting a little bit of a sell-off right now. Let's see what's happening. I know crude oil just took a dump out of nowhere again. Um, right now for the delta, I'm actually gonna wait for buyers to step in. Let me see where our key levels are. Quick. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the buyers. I don't want to trade around the key level. Here it was okay because we had space, but here kind of bouncing back and forth, so I'm not gonna risk that much. It's gonna be a double top situation, double bottom situation, and then could pump up again. So let's see if we can get some buyers in. I'll try to ride the delta with the buyers. Oh, it's on micros. Okay, I'll check it out. Let me just see if we can get some buyers to step in right now. Enzo, that was not the OGC no diddle. It was the Kentler channel. It was recommendation by Lewis, so we will be checking that out. As always, backtest every single strategy before you put any real money into it, which obviously I will be backtesting that a good amount before I decide to do anything with it. I'll test out different time frames, different markets, change up the settings for each one. It's gonna take some time before I implement it with real money. But yeah, guys, I'm so happy that like everyone's able to share everything. He's like, it's very nice. That's the community I was trying to build. That's like the whole point of Discord. He's like, we can always chat at any time and help each other out. For some people, the Kentler channel is the perfect system for them. For others, it's like they don't want that. They want to do a different method, and that's completely okay, right? But about seeing what's out there and seeing what's working for people and understanding how to use it properly and seeing if that system works for you as well. So I really appreciate you guys sharing. That's why I said I love the community that we're building. Super great people, super nice people. Your brother loves using the algo named Agmat. I let the price dictate the trade. That is, I never heard of Algo Agmat. Yeah, I mean, I'm always intrigued on learning about more charts and everything. So I will check him out. I did check out a couple of his videos. He talked about like the smoothed moving averages and everything, creating like the Renko charts and whatnot. I was like, that's cool. So we'll see.
Stop filled.
Going for a quick point there, guys. Let's see if we can get filled. I just saw the delta and tried to get in right after it. Sellers piling up. So we can get that push. 1 point. Buyers can't get that weak, that quick, right? Sellers are piling up. I'll wait it. I'll wait it out. And I have to give stuff some time. So let's see. Not close, but come on.
Order filled.
Got another quick point right there, guys. Just follow the delta scalping method. High buying pressure, step in on the delta, right? You can see Boom. Quick 1 point. Lewis, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy to see that other people are making money as well. Dragon, if you want, you can send me a screenshot on Discord, man. I'll check it out. Yeah, I noticed there's a lot more future streamers stepping into the market now. I think a lot more people are finally getting attracted to it. I think actually learning about futures earlier on. Just change the ES to MES. Okay. I mean, okay, so you're saying the bounce off of that, it's like the perfect buy at 10, 12. Okay. An interesting system for sure. But why is it that it changes as I move back? Like the lines aren't stacked every time. Maybe I just have to watch it live. I mean, we'll see, right? I'll keep an eye on it for today. Let's see if it can get up to 33.82. Let's see what happens then. Can it bounce back? I'm surprised at the fact that if you change it from ES to MES, it makes that big of a difference. But usually they should be the same. Yeah, 1 point scalp here, 1 point scalp here. We have 200. Our longest trade was 1 minute 20 seconds. Yeah, Lewis, I think if you're still here, I think it's a good time for you to just take the day off and relax. It's a good profits for today. Oh, it's used to in micro, so you can add micros. Okay. Price target. Okay. Potential move coming in at the end of this candle, so we'll see. I think I might just start standing up actually. A little bit. Okay, perfect. I think we pretty much exhausted the sellers at this point. Nice little pullback coming up right now. We might be able to push through. That's what I'm waiting for. One of our algo alerts is forming, but my only concern is this going to be a little downtrend formation? 3 candle drop or not? So we're going to find out. Seems like we could make a little V-shaped recovery, right? Find out very soon. Price is dropping down again. Okay, let's see. Price needs to hold above at least 33.70 for us to get an alert confirmation first, the way it's looking. Might get the alert on the next candle, so we'll have to wait. So right now, there's two things that I'm looking for, right? So one, to see if I can get the algo alert to form and confirm it. Two, if we do decide to reverse, I want to see the delta building up some pressure. I'll go in with it. So that's what I'm waiting for. Those are the two things I'm looking for at the moment. It's always good to know what you're exactly waiting for, right? I mean, that's what I'm waiting to see, like a little confirmation of the continuation of the overall trend, but we might see sellers stepping in. So we're gonna have to wait and find out. I mean, this could be the same formation, right? We saw, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, drop, 1, 2, 3, drop. Normal pullbacks for continuation of the trend. Might just be going down now. Unless we want to consolidate here. That would suck. But, see. I want it to continue the overall upward trend. That's what I'm in favor of. But we have to be prepared for a reversal down, right? We pretty much went to yesterday's highs. Just, broke through by a little tick or 2 or 3 points, and then we started coming right back down. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Yesterday's high of the day was like what? 33.84. Today's high of the day is right at around 33.88. We broke it by 4 points. Kind of just hoping and continue 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour and 30 minutes will always look good right now. But understanding the short-term trend for the short-term plays is crucial. So we will see how this plays out. Might be a potential area for a short. Yeah, we pretty much just got a signal to sell on the ES. I didn't get in because I just got distracted at the moment, but here, let me just. So our algo is giving the signal to the downside, wants to push down to like 33.4625. That's the estimated move, but I'm a bit hesitant on it because of the way the candle formed right there. But it is in nice hands for continuing that little downtrend motion that we're having. But at 11 o'clock, we do have the FOMC speaking again. That's my main concern for not getting in on this. But I might actually end up getting in. So let me see. 33.65.75. Let me see if the NQ is in sync. Just pushing back up a little bit. If it can break through, I'll try to go for it. My only thing is, it might start consolidating. We're in that range between the 200 EMA and our key level. Let's. But if this gets a little wick on top as well, then I might just cancel my order because that means buyers are kind of stepping in a little bit. So I want sellers to stay in control for this.
Stop filled.
First target is at 59.25. Second target is at 33.52. Oh, 52. There we go. Let's see if we can get some sellers to step in. If I see candle weakness this time, I will try to get out for break even as soon as possible, just because this might enter into a choppy situation. So I don't want to get caught in that. Like the signal candle itself wasn't a strong candle, right? It wasn't a doji, but it was like a spinning top. So it's like gotta be a little bit more careful. I don't like the fact that delta bar is red, then it's pushing up. So that's a concern. I'm really just waiting for some sellers to step in. NQ is still looking down, so I like that. Yes, I mean they're both in sync at the moment, the way they're moving. They're still holding. Might just need that little push. How high my stop has to be on. We are not continuing this trend. If we are not getting the selling pressure, I might get out because I don't want to risk the chance of getting stuck in the chop. So let's see if we can push through, break below this candle, break through our support level, and I think if we break through that support level, I think we'll be in good hands. First, take 46, 6. Okay, selling pressure coming in. Perfect. Obviously, we're not going to get in on another scalp when we already are in the play. But once it hits 33.59.25, my stop will be moved up to break even. I will be following the system. And that's what I'm waiting for. It got to a tick right below it, right? Right around there. Low of this candle was... Okay, so 2 ticks. I just need 2 tick push, and then I will move my stop down to break even. And then I will let it ride out. Come on. Just come down to 59.25. Again, it's just hitting that support from that our resistance level. So what I might do at this point, since it did make that big push and it is a bigger move, I will boom my stop down to 73, our second stop loss level, just to manage our risk better, right? So that's what we'll be doing. Really waiting for the sellers to just take control, push this down. Once we get it, we can form a candle underneath that support level. I think that's when we might get that monstrous push down. So we just got to be really patient. Again, this should be at 52.70. That's take profit level 2 is at 52.75. Take profit level 3 is at 33.46. This is going to be a big move. If I wanted to take it out at 59.25, guys, that would be 650 of profit, but I want to believe, I believe in the system, so I'm just waiting. Because like once it hits that level 1 target, that's when I can move my stop to break even, and then I'll just let it ride out. That's all I'm waiting for right now, because then once my stop's at break even, I have nothing to worry about. Let's see. Yeah, Dragon, what's number 3? I want to know. Step 1 is have a plan. Step 2, stick to your plan. Step 3, get scared, but still stay in the plan. But no, no, it's happening. Oh, that should not be happening. So I will be taking it out at break even. Oh, come on, now it doesn't want to get down to break even. The momentum is lost there, so I want to see, can we just get down to break even? Let's go. Dude, it's one tick, come on.
Would have failed.
Break even, guys. It's not worth the risk for me. This is a confirmation of the chop starting. Like, obviously I was up like 400 or 500 in this candle itself, but I wanted to go for the big move and trust the algo. Wow, that's great. Now it wants to push. No, I'm on 2 contracts. Right up here, I'll say 2 contracts right here. Yeah, I really don't like the fact that it came right down to our take profit level 1. Obviously, if we're still sticking to the plan, like it is, should be in this regardless still, right? Because it never hit take profit level 1, so your stop should at least be moved down to 33.73, and then you should be riding it out. I personally got a little worried because of the way the market's building up, right? It got right down there and then it just bounced right back up pretty quick. And I didn't like the fact that we're creating big wick candles on both sides. I don't like seeing that. I like moves where it's continuous, nice momentum. That's the whole point, right? We're finding pre-momentum moves, and if momentum gets broken, we have to cancel it. But official rules are 33.73 is where your stop still should be, and you just have to wait and ride it out. So I got a little worried there. So let's see what happens. I think my emotions are getting to me today. Is it was just like a little buyer stepping in here and there, that's one thing. But if buyers stepped in like that, I just don't like the way it's moving. Because like I was expecting a chop too, because we didn't get that little chop this morning yet, and we always have a chop at some point during the day. And one thing that confirms chop to happen is one, FOMC is speaking, so that will have an effect. So maybe the market wants to slow down a little bit. We will find out. Yeah, Mandich, I do hate that when it's like it happens like this, but we gotta stick to our plan and understand like the market as well, right? We know that when we see chop, the algo won't work well because obviously nothing really works well in the chop. So see, maybe we can go for some quick scalps. So I'm gonna see if I can find that out. Yeah, some big buying pressure. But if we did just go for that scalp, what's happening? Scalp on this candle, right? We would have got it at one point. Right now, buying pressure, back to back to back. That means, we're starting to get some chop in. How is my order still there? Oh, what? Why am I still in a trade? How am I in a trade? I wasn't entered on anything. Oh, crap. Let's see if we can just push down real quick. I'm just going to see if I can just click exit. Okay, this is a pure glitch. I don't even know how I'm in a trade because it didn't even say anything, right? Get a little push down. It's a good thing I noticed.
Would have filled.
How was I in a Oh, I think Dragon, that's what you were telling me, one active. But how is that possible? Because I canceled. Figure this out. Like, I don't understand why that happened. I'm gonna have to watch a replay of everything. Settings for this stops, yeah. I don't have trailing or anything. Should cancel. At least we broke even on that one too. That was really weird. Hit cancel on. I exited. I'm gonna have to watch this stream again after I'm done and see what happened because that is. Yeah, Dragon, I wish I had noticed that what you said before. I didn't understand one active. I thought you were in an active trade, not me. I canceled them. Yeah, I will keep an eye out on that from now on because like that. Usually we get filled for both immediately because they're both stuck together. Let me just click exit at market, cancel, make sure nothing's there. Yep, nothing's working right now. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me know, man. That could have cost me a good amount if it turned around. Um, yeah. Rather just pay the commission on that than be losing on that. That's really never happened to me before like that. That's weird. What was weird was that the marker was moved up too, which was even weirder. I'm gonna have to see a replay and see what happened there. That's just so on the algo. Pretty much, we would still be in good hands because our stop loss is up here at 73 and 75, right? So as long as it doesn't hit those, we'd still be in this trade because we never hit level 1. So once it hits level 1, that's when we can move our stop to break even. I'm predicting a chop here. Who knows? I might be wrong, and this might just completely push through, and we might have just missed out. So we'll find out. Yeah, but that one order not getting filled because like it said order filled. I had that noise pop up on my computer whenever all my orders are filled or canceled out. So I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, but for the people that oh, the was strictly might be in good hands right now. Hit 33.59.25, so now your stop would be at break even, and now you'd ride it out to level 2 or level 3, up to your reward profile, right? Yeah. But regardless of what happens in this one, right, for the people that are in it, 33.65.75 is your break even, so you shouldn't be losing any money on this trade at this point. Yeah, I understand like Dragon, like how contract gets filled like that, but my question was why my order was moved, right? It should have been red. Or no, it was green because I went short. So yeah, that makes sense. It's green. The line should be green, but the price it was at, I don't think it was at the right price where I moved my stop to. That's my main concern. So I will have to look at the replay, check everything out, and see how it goes. But for the people that are in this trade right now that didn't get scared out like me because of saw like the doji and everything, so I was expecting some chop, but you should move your stop up to break even, 33.65.75, and then let it ride out to level 2 and level 3. You can take your profit out of level 2 if you want, more than enough. Yeah, but from now on, I will be watching out for those orders. That's like the first time that's taken place for me like that, where just one filled, one didn't, and it moved my order. Weird. Yeah, so regardless of what happened, you would have been taken out at break even right now. This is purely the chop coming in. So just be patient. Yeah, purely just the chop right now. Nice delta bar coming in. Might get in on that. I'm gonna wait for the candle to close first anyway. Actually, considering the fact that we're just chopping around like this, near support level at that EMA, I don't want to go for this. I don't like trading in the chop. That's when I get burned, so I'll wait. Yeah. Got one more subscriber today, which is great. We're only 9 away from hitting that 100 mark, right? And I noticed there's 18 people watching, but only 13 likes. What's stopping you guys from hitting that like button? You get that little support. All it takes is a little click. But yeah, right now I'm just waiting for this guys to see if the delta. I don't know. I don't want to really play against the 200 EMA like that because it will bounce back and forth. So it's not the highest probability for me. I'm not gonna. I decided I'm not getting on this play at all. Maybe after it reverses, after it breaks out of this choppy area, then I'll go for it. But we're just chopping back and forth between 3370 and around like 3360, so that 10-point range. Yeah, the market is waiting for the stimulus talks for sure, and once we get approved, and they say, okay, we're gonna pump one out, this will probably just rocket up, right? Sit down. A little just chop back and forth. We'll see what they say. Stimulus is the biggest deal right now. The delta play have worked out here. High here was 69.75 right now. Nope, not yet. We'll see. Still needs to go higher, more 3 more ticks. People to talk about the stimulus is right now. Let's see. The main thing is getting through the Senate, right? Let's see, did it pass now? High was 69.75. High of this candle was 72.50. At one point, you would have got filled. I just didn't want to play around in this chop. That's why I didn't do it. But the main thing is, right, the House is okay, wants to do the legislation 2.2 trillion again, and then, but will it go through the Senate is the issue. Well, that's not good. Coronavirus cases are slowly starting to pick up again. Oh man, the stimulus deal is going to help out the airlines again. They're saying it's expected to include a $25 billion section of the money to help airlines cover payroll costs. And when will these guys learn? And big companies like Disney and Royal Dutch Shell have also announced plans to lay off employees this week. So this is just the beginning. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so far today we only got into 2 trades, and one we got lucky enough to take it out at break even and get filled, and I didn't notice. That's my fault. But total net P&L is 177, but gross P&L is 200. No, they did not agree on the stimulus package just yet, Chris. We're still waiting on that. Only breaking news at the moment still is Boeing is to consolidate Dreamliner production in South Carolina next year to cut costs. So that's more job losses. We'll see. The market does look hopeful, like in the overall like long-term trend, like we're still in good hands. Might get long with one contract here. Actually, we're still in the chop area. Don't like that. Might break out of it right now, but with this new 30-minute looks strong. 1 hour starting to get a little weaker. Maybe I'll cancel. Not. Decision time, decision time. Let's see. NQ in sync, NQ is also in sync, okay. I'll take it. First target's at 3380. I'll let the sellers take it out first and then I'll enter. Yeah, I was hoping we'd be trending up, but they don't know if the stimulus package is going to be confirmed, right? That's the issue. The Senate needs to approve it. If it was like, oh, we're getting the package, oh, Senate approves it too, then we're like, okay, yeah, then the market would be, just pushing up. But I think that was the reason why we got that big push the other day, was because we started talking about the stimulus and maybe potentially getting approved. And that's why we started seeing that big pump. But right now, I'll see if it can break through and pull back down. I'll try to get in then. Kind of being hesitant right now. No, I understand like why they wouldn't want to improve it. Like it really messes up your debt cycle and everything, right? They're just like saying whatever happens happens. Like it's just really not the right way to deal with money, right? So we're gonna see. And yeah, they do act like children, man. Like if the people watch the debate, it was like, come on, like let the other man speak, let him have his time. Like that's the whole point. But they couldn't even follow that, and I just missed my opportunity. I'll put a buy limit. 33.73.50. Let's see if we can pull back down and then push back up. And we really missed our entry right there because I wanted to wait for it to come and pull back down again. Just worried about the chop. That's awesome. That's awesome. We'll see if it can still fill me. We're still, it could still pull back just a little bit to fill me in. Yeah, man, the debate was bad. I didn't watch it personally, but I've heard people what they said, what they talked about. I watched like a little recap, and it was literally just two children fighting it out, and they shouldn't have been interrupting each other. Like, I've no presidential debate before has ever dealt with this type of situation where they were this rude. And I heard that people were bringing in family matters and everything, and I was like, that's messed up. Like, you're here to talk about your policies and your administration, not what your kids did or anything like that. Let's see if we can hit this first target, guys. Second target is at 33.8650. I'm in one contract right now. He's obviously the chop always worries me a little bit. So we'll see if the buyers can really step in. Yeah, dude, that's common sense though. You should not be attacking your personal life. If he attacked Biden for something, okay, he messed up in the past when he was in the office or something, okay, I can understand that. But going after their kids or something like that, like that's messed up. Because you don't think every kid's done something stupid at some point in their life? I mean, that's kind of what's happening right now. That movement is happening, Dragon. It's where a lot of people are just tired of Trump. He's like the way he acts and the way how childish he is and how he can't answer a single question. Like he just answers it with the wrong answer. Like he just switches it up. He's like, you ask him about, oh, what's your name? He's gonna be like, oh, look at what the market did. Like his correlation to things does not make any sense. Yeah, but hopefully the moderator can step in and just be like, cut their mic out. This is just ridiculous. And there was that whole issue with Trump saying like, "Hey, guys, like stand down," for like when the moderator asked him about the white supremacist groups, right? Like, I don't think any supremacist group should be there. Because like, I think I'm a person that just thinks that treat everybody equal, treat them fairly, love everyone, right? I just never thought like one person or one type of person is better than the other. That's just my personal opinion. I know everyone has their opinions. That's their opinion, right? That's they're allowed to have that. But yeah. I don't know how realistic getting the cheaper drugs would be, man. I feel like if you're talking about pharmaceuticals, then they're not gonna keep it down. You know them. I agree with you, Chuck, man. Both candidates I am not a fan of, but it's just like they're not the best candidates for either side. I don't know how they got into office, like how they wanted to. Like I feel like there's definitely other people out there that could have just done a much better job. Yeah, the whole destroying of the cities, like I think that should be very controlled. Like that's not right. If you're protesting, peacefully protest. But things have gotten out of hand because of the people's emotions, obviously. So it's like we'll see what happens. Like they're saying Biden's leading in the polls still at the moment, especially after last night and how Trump attacked him. We'll see what happens. I think the most important is everyone should vote, put their voice out there. I am seeing weakness here. I don't like this. I'll let the candle finish before I confirm anything. Um, I think the best thing they should be doing is who can help the country out the most, and not just play childish games is what's important. And yeah, obviously, like, political opinions are everyone has their own, and they have the right to have their own. But me personally, I don't like either of them. See how this goes, guys. Let's see what this trade's gonna do. Getting some weakness here. Might be continuation of this little downtrend. We're about to find out. As long as we can hold above this 200 EMA, because we broke this pivot right here, mini pivot, which is a good sign. Yeah, that dude, I agree. Like, they should not be destroying cities or people's businesses or their lives. Like, they shouldn't be disturbing them. Like, that's not right. I don't care what administration you're in, but that needs to be controlled. Because you get nothing from destroying people's businesses and their lives, because that's not going to help anyone. There's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things, and destroying stuff is the wrong way. Yeah, man, you know, everyone has their own loopholes, right? I mean, I don't know what goes through his mind or what goes through his process, right, to decide what. We'll see. I don't know too much about those things, so I really can't say much. Why is it getting so weak? Why can't we just push up? I'm gonna see if we can try to go for take profit level 2 at 86.50. Kind of the high of the days. We'll see if we can get there. If not, if I feel like there's a lot of weakness, I might just take it off at 33.80. Be done with this trade. Yeah, man, this play is taking its sweet time, but it's also because, like, you know, like 11:40, approaching lunch hour. I just wanted to hit take profit level 1. Like, when it hits it immediately, I get so happy because then I can just put it to break even, let it ride out. But when it's like this, I have to wait, be patient. Because I'm only on one contract right now, because I wanted to reduce the risk because it has a chance for, you know, being range bound a little bit. So that's my only concern. But if we go for a take profit level 2, we'd get 650 off of just one contract. Right now we're getting some selling pressure. NQ is getting weak. ES is getting weak. What's happening? Yeah, Chuck, I think we're good with the political talk. I personally don't like getting into politics too much. Just like a little chat here and there, but that's about it. Let's see if this thing can just move up, man. Rising wedge on the 1 hour. Oh, yeah, yeah. 1 hour is getting a little weaker though. 30 minutes, a little strong. I like seeing that. Okay. 10 minutes is okay. 5 minutes. Oh, a little bit struggling. Honestly, the 1 minutes are getting really weak. I might end up having to take this out a break even. $328 and $331. There's a gap. That's way below though. Might just move to break even. Sellers are stepping in. The 1 minute is getting pressure because the 1 minute got a sell signal. Let's see if I can reduce my risks right now. I want to see if I can pull back up real quick. We are getting rotational at this point, so I don't like that. I don't like the fact that we have a high selling pressure on the delta.
Stop filled.
Figured out right there. Not taking that risk. We are down 100 for the day after that. This didn't want to work out in our favor. Okay. It might be because considering that we don't have any talks, like confirmation yet, so we'll see. We are prompting up a sell signal at the moment. I think it is becoming range bound a little bit. That's why. So it's like gotta be careful. So we'll see. I'll put my order in for the sell signal. Maybe we can catch a good move, recover our losses, and get some profit back. I'll go with one contract because it is rotational. mean, Delta couldn't break through its previous pivot on the Delta, higher pivot, right? The consolidated pullback down overall, made that high, ranged out right here as well, right? And now a nice drop would be great. Waiting for that 1 minute to finish. Come on, 30 seconds left. See. Price is pushing back up again. Cancel that. Yep, just choppy, choppy, choppy. Well, not chop, it's more ranging back and forth. Yeah, there is a buy signal on the 1 minute. I want to stick with the 5 minutes. I want to get that bigger move. Yeah, that's my main concern with the range, right? That's why I went from 2 contracts to 1 contract, just to reduce that risk. Like, gotta see. Once we get towards the end of the range, that's when we get a monster alert, a big play. I've seen that happen. So maybe if we can get this range 10 to 1 signal, 2 signal, signal. We'll see. Yeah, it did make a higher low, that is for sure. I feel like we do want to be bullish overall, but I think it's just really chopping it out from the sellers today. I mean, we'll try to get in again. I mean, technically, we would have been in this trade if we stayed. We didn't move our stop up. We would have been in this trade. Good entry point. I'll try for it. Two minutes left anyway. One thing I do like about this is that the 2 bar pullback, we could continue higher. I don't mind getting in on drag and drop. Once the candle closes, let's see, can we get that big break today? Yep. After this trade, I'm gonna be done. Like I'm not getting in anything else. It's approaching 12. I usually like to stop there, so it's like we'll see. Place my buy stop at 33.74.75. If we can make that higher high, let's see. Don't like seeing that, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm canceling this trade, guys. Maybe if I find something better after this range is done, go for it. But right now, I'm canceling this. I don't want to get in on it. If we can get a sell setup, I feel like sellers want to stay stronger today. Buy sell it. Set up with a flop. Okay, perfect. Sell setup here might be nice. Yeah, I don't like how it's hanging around the 200, but it should be breaking out of it pretty soon. It tends to jump back and forth around the 200. Either it bounces off completely, or I also just jump back and forth. Waiting to see if we can get that final push through, right? Because normally it's 1, 2, 3 is the one where it's goes boom. So that's what I'm waiting for. Sell setup could potentially be a nice big one. See if sellers can hold. Yeah, I do stay out of the 5 minute if the risk is too much. That's why I say if the candle is 10, if the candle makes a 10-point candle, right? If this candle is like 10 points, then I wouldn't get into it. That's my personal rule. Right now, this candle is only like 7.25 points. I'm okay with it because then it has a potential to drop down pretty quick right afterwards. See ya, Chris. Have a nice day. So right now, that's what I'm waiting for. I want the bears to step in. I think might be able to control because when we sell quick, right? Good enough. I think I might just end up going for the first take profit. We'll see. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for because once we range for like this, when we make those up and down, the third or fourth is when we really make that push through, and that's what I'm trying to catch at the moment. We can get the sellers to finally push through. I think once they push through, it'll be a nice drop, like 65 to 57. No, I trade with the 50K account on Top Step. Let's see, guys. Can we break through this? What's my risk per trade for a 50K account? I mean, my risk per trade depends on what the market's doing, right? But on a 50K account, you have the limitation of only $1,000 risk per day, right? And I like that aspect as well because like 50K, you have more than enough room, and really shouldn't be risking 1,000 unless you're trading like 5 contracts or so, 4 contracts. I used to trade 3 contracts, but now because of volatility and the way market moves, 2 contracts is just much better. Right now, if it's more risky, I drop it down to 1. Yeah, I'm really big on risk management. That's why you see me like move up my stops when I need to, and it's like sometimes I will let it sit. Sometimes I will have to just pull out and understand, hey, the market's not doing what I thought it was gonna do, and when you're wrong, you got to realize quick. You can't be like, oh no, I just let me just wait, let me just do it. That's when we get burned, right? else I'd be sitting in every single trade for like 8 hours. But right now, all I'm waiting for is a little push, and I think we should see the sellers just rapidly come through. Yeah, risk management is number one, trading psychology is number two, and then trading strategy is number three. But that's not the order that people follow. I might make a video on that and just explaining why it's so important. Like, it's in the course. I talk about the risk management. Again, the course is free, guys. If you wanted to sign up, like a 6-hour course or 5.5 hour, I think to be exact. But the link's down below. It's free. Talk about all the market fundamentals as well as risk management, trading psychology, provides you with a trading plan, and etc. etc. You guys see me talk about this all the time, but a lot of people found it useful. That's what makes me happy, guys. This is, if we can't get filled on this candle, I'm out. I'm done. Like, I'm walking away. I'll take that $100 loss. Walk away. Yeah, man. If you don't have good risk management, you will not succeed in the long term. In the short term, you might, but long term, you're just gonna screw yourself over. I'm really waiting for that break right now. Let's see, can we get it? I mean, that's what I did yesterday, right? We couldn't really catch one move, and then I came back after my lunch, and I mean, I ran to my computer yesterday because I saw an alert popping up on my phone, and I was like, okay, let me go do this because the first alert of the day, and it was a good one too. Everything was set up properly. Made quick 700 on that yesterday, and that's when patience pays, right? Today, it is getting a little range bound. That's my only concern. And that's why you saw me this trade right here. We got in, but we took it out for break even because, again, understanding what the market's doing. If it's going against you, risk management kicks in, right? Hey, let me cut my losses, let me break even. I'll wait for another trade. Here, I could have waited, to be honest, because I could have taken it out break even here, but this was more emotional, where I got a little bit worried that it might have been pushed down. That's why I moved my stop up real quick, and it got filled. But if I held it at the stop that I was at, I would have been able to take it out at break even. But yeah, if in the next 4 minutes, if this price does not break through 33.65, I'm canceling my trade. I'm walking away. I'm glad you like the course, Mandage. Yeah, man, let your good trades run. That's the most important. That's why I built out the Algo system where it's like, hey, it hits the level, move it to break even, let it run. That's when you catch your big breaks, right? People think you need to have a trade every single day, which is wrong because like even one trade every couple of days can make your account grow more than anything. Candle has about 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left on this one. Let's see. Seller's got 2 minutes before I step out. Just the fact that it's just jumping up and down. Like, I hate this. Huh? Some movement. I think once we break through that price, we should just dump down. I think the price that we're trying to break through is also the high volume node at 33.66. So once we do that, should be good. Oh, that's perfect, man. T Flynn, I'm happy that you were able to get some three profitable trades today. Tesla when you do Uber and trade at the same time. I mean, I guess that's one perk of a Tesla, right? I guess you could trade. Whoa, what is happening? Got heavy selling pressure right there, but then buyers just swooped in quickly. What is there news right now? They went right to it and double bottom. This is exactly why when we use the algo, we wait for the tick to break through, right? One tick, we give that up to avoid these situations. Normally I would have been up,
Stop filled.
waiting for the dump now. I'll take it out at 57.50. That'll give me 362 profit, and I'll be done for trading for today. I'm kind of tired sitting at my desk now. And I do have some other things I have to take care of today. Let's see. Can we just get that quick push? Take me out. I'll go. I'll be happy. Yeah, the platform is Tradeovate. I like the way this is moving, right? We pushed down, we bounced off, we tried to push back up, but then 200 EMA bounced right back down, pushed it down, seller stepped in. So this is very interesting to see. Broke through the high volume node. As long as we can hold below it, would be happy with it. If not, then if it's going to still continue the range in between, I might just have to cut my losses and try to go for break even. So I am watching it very strictly right now, so we'll see. I do like the selling pressure that's been coming in. Some orders piling up. Okay, good. Let's see. 1 second. See guys. Buyers are stepping in a little bit, so I might start trailing it. Delta's moving up still. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I'll move it up to break even just to see if I can get filled. If not, I'll start trailing this. Yeah, I really don't like the way the fact that Delta is still pushing up even though we got selling pressure. That's never good. Let's see, let's see. Can we get some sellers to step in at least? Sit down, take me out, break even. Yeah, this is why I hate range bound situations and choppiness. Like, when I get burned personally. A little bit of sellers or no? Might end up taking me out, but I'm trying to see if it can bounce back off of the 200 EMA like it did before.
Stop filled.
Buyer stepped in. Yeah, I should have just stayed out of that range. Kind of blows. But I'm done trading, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you guys love the stream and everything, join me every morning. I trade every morning. And please just leave that little like button below and subscribe if you're new. But yeah, if you guys are still trading, wish you guys the best. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace out. Yeah, Chuck, I'll get it back. I'm not worried about that. That's never been my worry.